What is up, Star Seeds? It's Sid, and today we have a very hippie-ish video. So I am going to be talking about my experience under Mount Shasta. So I've mentioned this in other videos. When I talk about energy, when I talk about other lives, this life, parallel lives, I usually refer to this experience that I had. Mainly my past life and qhht playlist, as well as like my energy and chakras playlist, as well as sprinkled in, you guys, I've talked about this before. And now we're just gonna get in depth and I'm gonna tell the full story because I don't think I have yet somehow. So here we go. This is how I got even deeper into spirituality and how I found Lori Ladd, for example, one of my favorite YouTubers and other spiritual teachers. She's great. My all-time favorite is Bridget Nielsen, which you guys probably know. I also love Gigi Young. There's lots of great spiritual teachers, Allison Coe, gotta mention them. Anyways, so this is how I found Lori Ladd, because I typed in Mount Shasta, under Mount Shasta, or in Mount Shasta. I tried researching after this experience because I knew there was a mountain called Mount Shasta. I didn't know that it was in California, and I didn't know that it was, I believe Bridget Nielsen says it's the crown chakra of Earth. A lot of people say it's the crown chakra or a vortex of Earth because Earth has these chakra points and vortexes of energy, and Mount Shasta is one of the well-known ones. I didn't know this. I knew that there was a mountain called Mount Shasta. That's all I knew about Mount Shasta. So this day, March 16th, 2019, actually, right after I graduated, well, right after I was done with high school, before I got my diploma, but after I was finished with classes, and right after I quit my old job at Sky Zone, I was completely stress-free, and I had this meditative experience this one day where I was in what I believe to be 5D, aka the fifth dimension, for a few hours. And this is the only time that I have been in 5D for multiple hours straight. I've had glimpses of 5D where I will see stars, however, all of my vitamins and minerals and all that are totally in balance. And this happens when I think a thought that is like so full of unconditional love, for example. Like if something happens and I react to it in like an unconditionally loving way, sometimes I will like see stars and feel more floaty, and I'm like, whoa, glimpse of 5D, and then I'm snap back into this dimension. Anyways, this day I was in what I like to call the fifth dimension for multiple hours. It was amazing. It was one of the best days of my life because I had so many spiritual, mystical experiences in this one day. It was wild. It was jam-packed. But I'm going to talk about this event during this day, okay? The thing that I thought was the most interesting was I was laying on my couch and I all of a sudden knew that I was under Mount Shasta. And I'm like, but I'm on my couch in Michigan. And I'm like, but I'm also under Mount Shasta. And I just knew it. And I didn't say in, I said under. And I immediately called up my best friend at the time because that's what I thought to do instead of recording a video. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But in my 5D mind, I guess, I was like, gotta call my best friend and tell her what's happening. And I was like, guess what, girl? I am under Mount Shasta, like, you need to write this down. Her boyfriend was with her. I was like, excuse me, sir, write this down. Write this down. I'm under Mount Shasta. There's all of these, like, crystal beds, like, kind of like you see pictures online of, like, these crystal, like, caskets. It was kind of like that, but they were, like, crystal beds. That's what it looked like to me, is the viral pictures online of like a crystal casket. That's what it looked like, but there was many of them, and they weren't caskets, they were beds, because there was lots of people, mainly human girls, laying in them for healing, some human guys too, but all of the humans that I saw there were out of it except me. I was still kind of out of it, but I was way more aware than any other human there, and I like knew this. Very claircognizant, okay? Like I knew a lot of stuff about it, but I was also clairvoyantly seeing this, and these beings were communicating telepathically with me because there was these blue light beings, and then there were hybrid children, like the hybrid children I talk about, like part gray zeta, part human, part other things as well. Like some of them there were actually part Syrian, part Pleiadian, but there was these blue light beings there. It mainly consisted of blue light beings, and I believe there were some Arcturians there as well who were like less of the light being. I don't know who the blue light beings were, but there were these blue light beings is how I describe them, and hybrid children. And then some other like beings around, like I believe Arcturians, but like I didn't quite get a visual of them. I just kind of knew that they were there. And then I was like, there's blue light beings, there's hybrid children, and there's humans, like, but the humans are out of it. Like these other dimensional beings, interdimensional beings that I mentioned, were kind of guiding these humans who were out of it. Like they were kind of like, the humans were sort of floating, but it was also the beings kind of guiding them, if that makes sense. It kind of reminded me of this movie where they had these kids who were like all drugged up and they didn't really know what they were doing. It was kind of like that, but it was in a very loving way because these people came here to heal. Okay, these humans, girls especially, but guys too. I don't know why, but it was mainly girls around me that were there to heal, okay? And they didn't know, and I knew that they weren't going to remember, and I knew that they actually came there frequently. A lot of these girls were like regulars who came there frequently. Some people were like hadn't been there as frequently or maybe not at all, and I knew that I had been there before, or I had a connection to it. I'm not a regular, I don't think, but they were just like, whoa, this one's aware. They're like, whoa, she's out of it, but she's aware. And it was kind of funny to them, like, hey, look at her, like she made her way in consciously, like look at that. They were just kind of like, oh, hey. But they were also like, let's leave her alone because she's, having this wild experience. Let's just let her be. We have stuff to do. Hi there, aware human. You're not really supposed to be aware right now, but hi. And that's kind of what it was like. But I just wanted to share this experience with you guys because, like I said, after this experience, I was like, I need to research Mount Shasta because I was under Mount Shasta. So that's what I did, and I found that there's actually like this whole community of people who are aware of this. So it was very validating for me that I wasn't just making this up, even though I don't know how I could because it was so real. But anyways, that was just very validating that I searched it up, and there was not a lot of people. Like I said, I found Lori, and I found on TikTok, it's like Lumerian something. I'll have to put his TikTok. He's a great TikToker. I found him by searching up Mount Shasta. And those are the only two spiritual teachers that I found by searching that up. But there was also a few other people who had like posted one video or one like depth of the web article that I found, like a blog post or something, and that was it. But a few people is much better than nothing, so I wanted to be another one of those few people. I don't know why I haven't talked about this before. Like I said, I've sprinkled it in, but I hope this video reaches you if you have had an experience like this as well. So let me know if you have been under or in Mount Shasta as well. Peace.